Hi, I'm Rick Harmon, and if you're a real estate agent or a broker dealing with anybody who's inherited property inside of California that's intending to sell, I've made a few videos for you that you may find useful. Some insights, nothing legal, nothing technical, but a few things that you may find easier to make your job much smoother and your seller's transaction to go much faster and smoother along the way. I've broken problem solving down into two parts. And in this little video, I'm going to touch on what I call threats, barriers, and obstacles. So threats, barriers, and obstacles, just as it might suggest, there are some problems that come along that are going to be absolute threats that are going to cause a issue where the property may not be able to sold at all. A competing petition, a will contest, other litigation, or a time factor with like a pending foreclosure sale or tax sale or such. Those kind of threats are serious. You need to know those and prioritize those in the very beginning. Now, obstacles are things that are in the way that you, with enough time and some expertise, may be able to walk around and deal with those issues. Barriers are things that you're not going to be able to ever, solve. So if you've got a property and yesterday it burned down, you've got a big issue. That's an obstacle. That's not going to be able to be solved unless your property transactions now turn into a land sale. So consider those threats, barriers, and obstacles and prioritize them when you're laying things out. I like to use this with the Petito worksheet and do it in such a way that you can lay it out and have a great conversation with other people so they understand what you're up against. You have a property that has a environmental issue, a matter with like asbestos or black mold or something like that. That might be able to be dealt with on the part of a buyer as long as it's disclosed. Once you have been advised of something from an inspection though, it has to be disclosed in the future, and that will affect the type of a buyer you will be able to market this property to and ultimately, affect that transaction. Now at the same time, when there's something like a foreclosure, one of the biggest problems that I find is that somebody can't get information from the foreclosing lender. And so, as an example, having an escrow company that's really strong and has backline opportunities to reach somebody and get information, that can be a way to get around it. There is a perfect way to eliminate an obstacle by getting around it, and yet you still don't have once you even have this information, what are you going to do with it? So you still may need to have money to solve the problem. So one of the ways of doing that is we're going to talk about in the next video. Hey, this is Rick Harmon from closeprobate.com, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you find it useful, absolutely subscribe to my YouTube channel. And while you're at it, get my weekly blog, Rick's Rants. And you can find that at rickharmon.com and subscribe. It's free. You'll get it weekly.